My mom and dad have made it clear to my sister that if she wants to fix things, she is the one who needs to apologize and take responsibility for what she said. No excuses, no justifications, just a sincere apology. I respect my parents so much for this. They're not enabling her behavior or making excuses for her. Instead, they've straight up told me that they fully support whatever decision my husband and I make when it comes to my sister. If we never want to help her again, they're completely okay with it. In their words, your sister is a grown woman. She has made her own choices, she has her kids, and she needs to learn how to take care of them on her own. Her husband and I have done more than enough for her, and if she wants to act like she doesn't need us, then it's time for her to live with that decision. Hearing that from my parents has honestly been a relief. I had half expected them to try and guilt trip me into forgiving my sister or giving her another chance, but they didn't. They saw how unfair she was to my husband, and they get why we're done helping her for now. I haven't spoken to my sister at all. I've been completely ignoring her calls and texts because, honestly, I have nothing to say to her. My husband, on the other hand, has already made up his mind. He has blocked her and has no intention of ever dealing with her again, and I don't blame him one bit. After everything she said, after the way she tried to humiliate him, she doesn't deserve our kindness anymore. We went above and beyond to support her for years, and in return, she disrespected the very man who made that possible. At this point, I think I'm going to follow my husband's lead and cut her off completely. She doesn't deserve our help, our money, or even our attention. If she really thinks my husband is so useless and womanly, then she can figure out how to survive without him. I don't feel guilty, not even a little. She made her bed, and now she has to lie in it. Update 3. It's been 2 months since my last update. Last night, completely out of the blue, my sister showed up at our doorstep in the middle of the night, crying. Standing beside her were her 2 kids, looking exhausted and scared. I could tell right away that something was seriously wrong. Turns out, she hasn't been able to pay her rent because her job doesn't even pay her enough to keep up with her bills. Her landlord had apparently given her multiple warnings, but she still fell behind, and now he finally kicked her out. She had nowhere else to go, so she came to ask for help. For a moment, I just stood there staring at her. This was the same woman who had mocked my husband for staying home and who had called him a glorified housewife and not a real man, the same sister who had tried to humiliate him in front of our entire family. And now she was suddenly back, begging us for a roof over her head. I felt sorry for her and the kids, but I didn't want to help her. She hasn't once apologized to me or my husband, and now, just because she needed us, didn't mean that I would just forget everything and let her in. I straight away told her that she needed to find a motel or, better yet, go and ask her ex for help. Hearing this, she immediately got defensive, arguing that I was her sister and that it was my responsibility to help her out, not his. She tried to reason with me, saying she just needed a place to stay for a few months so that she could save up and find something more permanent for herself and the kids. I shook my head and told her firmly that I couldn't allow